Good day, Gambia. Good day, friends of the Gambia. It's been a heavy evening yesterday, and we just got up and hoping better days will once again come. It's been a gloomy day. It's been a dark day. It's been one of those days that I dreaded because it brought back memories. Like I always say, the more things change, the more it remains the same. Yesterday witnessed a sad day in this young democracy. Sad in the sense that it made us have a flashback of our ordeals and experiences of the past. A young gentleman by the name of Ismaila Ceesay, a promising Gambian, an academic, someone who's a social advocate, granted an interview to a journalist from The Voice newspaper. And basically in his interview, he stated that the government should try and see how best to make sure that our military are not demoralized in essence. And economic won't be here forever. I think what he said is justifiable. And secondly, being an academic, he has an opinion, and basically he exercises his right to his opinion. So for him to be called for questioning is sinister, but not only that, this gentleman was arrested, processed, and put behind bars with known criminals for just speaking to a journalist. I wanted to believe that the powers that be in this country were not aware of such a thing. It must have been a rogue police officer just trying to do what he or she wants to do. But no. I spoke to Ismaila himself, and what I gathered from him is that this is over and beyond the average station officer at the Banjul police station. So what does it tell us? Not much has changed. See, Jammeh's playbook is at work. And the reason why most of us were talking about not allowing some of these Jammeh cronies and Jammeh enablers to be at the forefront of our public administration is not because we are biased. It's because we know them for what they are. They're spineless people without integrity or conscience, and the only currency that they have to trade in is appeasing people. And our president doesn't need appeasement. And furthermore, he has to show us decisive leadership. Within a span of 1 week, our president has been engulfed in 3 issues that are detracting the work that he has to do for the Gambia. He doesn't need distraction. He needs to focus. We had the issue of his foundation, and as far as I'm concerned, it was the wrong decision. A sitting president should not have a foundation. And if we're to learn from what has happened in the Jammeh Commission, we have seen how the First Lady and the President himself embezzled funds through their foundations. We have seen how they've gotten donations from would-be investors and business participants in the local economy, hoping to get favors in return. That's bad governance, that's recipe for corruption, and that's not the Gambia we want. You see, Mr. President, we've worked too hard to build a country. We have worked too hard to restore sanity, dignity, and integrity into our dispensation. So your help in this matter is very important, and you really need to help us. You cannot help us if you're not doing the right thing to country. You mean well, so we think. So let's try and make sure the issues of Musa Susos and the likes of Musa Susos are things of the past. What happened to Ismaila Ceesay yesterday will not be repeated, because we are intolerant. When I say we, I'm talking about the Gambian people. We are intolerant to such things because we went through a lot, and we are going through a therapeutic exercise and a therapeutic phase. And no, never again will we allow ourselves to be subjugated and brought down to our knees by a fellow citizen. Therefore, Mr. President, and also the Inspector General of Police, we want you to show us some comfort by getting to the bottom of this issue with regards to Ismaila Ceesay. Who ordered his arrest? Why was he arrested? Because what I'm hearing and what he told me are not grounds enough to arrest anybody. The gentleman's comments on the newspaper were neither inciting nor trying to stir trouble in this country. I don't know what you guys are scared of, but we are not your problem. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but we're thinking in terms of helping you build a better Gambia. We love this country, and we will not disturb the peace that this country enjoys, nor will we be part of any problems to destabilize this country, because we have a vested interest in this going concern. Therefore, the intelligentsia, the intellectual class of Gambians are nobody's problem in this country. Matter of fact, we're complimenting your efforts. Matter of fact, we want to make this place better. So no one should see us as enemies of progress, and no one should see us as detractors, because that's not why we're here. We want to change the fortunes of the Gambian lot with your help, Mr. President, with the help of the government. So basically, we are partners in development as it relates to your aspirations for a better Gambia. But, Mr. President, be mindful of sheep in wolves' clothing. I don't have the opportunity to sit down with you, nor do I have the luxury to have access to you. I'm not looking for that either, because it serves me no good. But since I have a platform, I'll use my platform to talk to you. If you want to take my counsel, fair enough. If you don't, c'est la vie, it's all right. But I will tell you, we need decisive leadership from you. What I mean by decisive leadership is to take actions, live up, and own them. The issue of Nawek and the pussyfooting and getting someone who was fired back is a bad signal of good leadership. It's bad governance. It doesn't tell well. It's not a good sign of decisive leadership, and decisive leadership is what Gambians are looking from you. We want you to inspire us. We want you to take charge and, you know what? Inspire the work we want to do. How can you do that? Have a vision. Find the right people. Scout a team, and this team will do the work. Barack Obama was a great president because he was able to build a team around him. Not a team that's just numbers, but team with substance. And Mr. President, surround yourself with substance, because it's substance that's going to get you what you want, and that's a great legacy. It's substance that's going to make you Gambia's darling. So if you want to be Gambia's darling, don't let the likes of Ismaila Ceesay and others be arrested. If you want to be Gambia's darling, don't do what you have done in the past, Mr. President. We are not looking forward to another dictatorship, nor are we looking forward to someone to bully us. Enough of that. And that's why we butchered the butcher of Canilai. And I do hope you have learned a thing or two. And as often people say that people who do not learn from the past will surely repeat the mistakes in the future. We're not going to allow anybody to abrogate the rights of Gambians going forward. So, Mr. President, on a good day, on a great note, do something that will make people remember you for great reasons. Like I said, I'm always humble. I'm always loyal to my flag, to my country, and my people. And when I give you advice, it's apolitical, because I don't have a political home. My interest is my Gambia. And whenever I see a politician who does well for Gambia, I'll tap them on the back and I'll give them a good pat. If they don't do well for Gambia, they'll surely hear from me. And maybe you'll be hearing more from me, or maybe I'll be patting you in the back. But it's up to you. It's not up to me. I don't like what I do, but I have to do what I do, because the things we want to see, we're yet to see them. So, Mr. President, like I always say, Gambia loves you. Don't lose our goodwill. Don't lose that passion we have for you. Anything but Jammeh, that was our saying. But we saw a humble person in you, and we adored you. We embraced you. Don't let us down. Thank you.